You are money. When it comes to chronic pain, I do love to work with the energy of money. We live in a society that is based on money. Money is neutral, money is energy, and recently I've had a very strong understanding of energy of money, of how we are the energy of money. And until now I've understood the energy of money that needs to be coming in, or is that you need to develop a flow of money coming in, a good relationship of money. So I recommend my previous videos about money. It's very important to maybe start there in the relationship of with money, in the relationship what you have with money. But what is even more important is understanding that you are money. That in its core has so much depth that whenever you're gonna be thinking of money as something external of you, of your energy, you're already creating that distance. And that's the gap where money can't come in, basically, because you're denying the universal truth that you are money. And I'll get further into it. So, you are energy, everything is energy, money is also energy. All the energy is neutral in the core. And carries the positive and the negative charge, like all things. But specifically when it comes to money, because we have grown up with the ordinary money, now we're at a phase of rebirth, revolution, let's say, in terms of understanding money, in terms of needs for money, and in terms of use of money. So from now going forward, we have a different understanding of money, and money will be working a bit differently, in the opposite way than it used to until now. We're at a shift, and you can see this coming in with new inventions of the money system. If you want to be ahead, you do need to immerse yourself and understand it. But if you just work with understanding you're the energy of money, you will get that, and then from there you can understand why the world is moving the way it is. Why it's no longer enough, the system of money we've lived with, because we have reached the end point of money working the way it worked since money was invented. Money is not a long concept. There's a concept of exchange, but when we come from a bigger, further point of view and only zoom in from there, we will see that if we are money, if you are the energy of money, that is the same as you creating it, and you creating everything around you. You're creating your whole reality, including money, but for some reason, and it's because of the collective limitations, collective beliefs, and how money was used previously as a powerful tool, as a tool to overpower and suppress, and it has been connected strongly to hard work or to work in general. But if you understand your money and you creating your reality, you can hack you creating money no matter what, because you have to clear yourself of all your limiting beliefs of money being conditioned to an action, connected to an action, or to people. And this is a new download for me of understanding money, because I did link money to people. And as soon as we link money to something, we give it the condition. And that's not the truth, the pure truth. So that's where we repulse it and we limit ourselves from it. I'll explain. So this is where we connect money to the positive or negative charge, and you go ahead and explore in your own situation how do you perceive of money and of people with money, because as soon as we connect people to money, we categorize using money in that way or using money in that way, usually negative or positive. But this is already limiting. If we're seeing money as a tool that someone is linked to, and therefore that money comes to me through a link, through someone or something, I'm separating myself. I'm not being money. And you have to be money in order to be able to have enough, and then from there work on the feeling. Okay, so I would say there are two pillars to this download, where one is understanding that money is not connected to any person, to anything. You create it, and you can create it in your reality no matter the circumstance, no matter if you're lazy or active or hardworking or not working, or with disease or with pain or without pain, or happy or sad. No matter all these conditions, which we do connect money to, we do condition money with deserving. Again, limitation. I do not need to deserve money. I do not need to be good. I do not need to be bad, evil, cheating. I do not need to be honest. None of these limitations need to be associated with money. For you to have the purest of all, which is having. And the second pillar is the way we will feel. Because what we do want is we do want the money, but also, more importantly, we want the feeling. Because the second pillar, if we do not feel like we can claim it, no matter if we deserve it or not, if we don't feel like even we deserve it, whether we deserve it or not, then no amount of money will make you feel like you have enough. And the alignment is in knowing that I have right now. You need to know, and that's what you need to practice. You need to be the having. You need to practice having, convincing your mind, I have right now, not in the future, not I will manifest, not based on what I do, based on my business, on my work, on the people. I need to know that I have in order for the money to come in. And also, the associated feeling is a bit of a second pillar, because I can have but feel like I don't have. I can have endless amounts, and if I am not aligned with the feeling, that I will always feel like I don't have enough. And then the mind, because the mind works this way, it is designed to find a solution. It's always looking for a solution. And usually, if I feel like I don't have, because we link money to doing, then I'll be always looking for what more can I do in order to have. But that will never work, and it will not work in a sustainable life, in a being, in an aligned life, in your highest self, in your best life. That will not work. Whenever you're linking it to the doing, you're limiting it already. Or you're linking it to the time I will have after I do this. And this is the plan. And I need to do this in order to have. And once I have, then I will feel. But it won't change your feeling. No matter how much you have, even if you will work hard and you will be able to manifest and create abundance in your life, it will be short-lasting abundance if it's created with force. Because overpowering yourself, overworking yourself, overwhelming yourself, going over your pain is creating the state of I have money when I'm overwhelmed, down, overworked. That's when I have. That will be the link. If we don't work on the feeling, I have when I don't do, when I don't have to, when I feel good, when I'm not in pain. That's when I have. And that's our decision. This is our decision. The same way suffering is decision, the same way chronic pain is a decision. I know this might be a bit advanced because it's a new download, and I usually let the new downloads sit for longer, and I usually don't share, but money needs to be talked about more. We need to understand that no matter how much we'll have, that won't change our feeling. We need to choose what feeling do I want to associate with having. And at the same time, I need to work on knowing I have, knowing I'm provided for. That's when it comes in. That's when miracles, or so call it, can start coming in. That's when life can become easy. But there's these two pillars we need to work on, is the awareness of having, building that trust within myself. I have no matter what. I know I have. I'm confident about it. And the second pillar is I do not connect money to working, to other people, to conditions, to deserving, to how I feel. Because that denies, once again, the neutral charge, the neutrality of energy of money, the same way you are. Because on the self-healing journey, on the healing your chronic pain, we learn how to be more aligned with ourselves, how to listen to ourselves more, how to know what I need. That's what we learn. That's the self-healing. That's the self-discovery. That's understanding I need to rest now no matter what, because my priority is my feeling best. And money is such a large part, because money can support me in my healing, but it's not a condition. It comes in when I support myself, when I'm healing myself, or whatever the circumstance you choose to have. The same way I talked about relief, it's a choice I can replace pain with. I can develop relief and learn how to be in relief instead of in fear and pain. The same way I decide what feelings I have associated with money, and with having money and with not having money. Because it can be stressful for you to have money, and it can be stressful for you not to have money. Both can be equally stressful, if that's what you're choosing. Both can be calming. Okay, not having money can be freeing, and having money can be freeing. So we need to become aware what are the associated feeling, and where are they originating from? Where are they coming in from? Because no matter the amount doesn't matter if you have infinite wealth, because you are a part of the infinite wealth. The infinite wealth is here available for you. Your only task is to claim it, to believe it's here for you, to convince yourself you are it, you are part of the infinite wealth. If you convince yourself you're not a part of it, that's again your choice. Okay, so you are money. A lot of depth. I'm gonna be probably talking about it some more, but these are the most important two pillars where you can start, and definitely observe where you're associating money with something else, where you're connecting it with something else, and where you can disconnect it, where you can free this connection and just think about how else can I think about it? How else? How else? How else? You are money.